everybody, and welcome. I wanted to speak to you today about how to get asked to speak and my number one tip for how to get the most out of speaking, get the best results from it. Because I think a lot of people kind of will just speak, and they'll just give some good knowledge, and then they'll give their freebie. Very often you can share a freebie, and then they kind of let it go at that. And I think you can do a little bit more with it, which will get you a lot better results. So let's talk about first how to get asked to speak, because what I see out there is how to go out there and initiate gigs, how to contact people, whether it's just Googling, on your topic, let's say conferences on your topic, or whether it's, researching podcasts and then having a podcast one sheet and sending it to people and so on like that. So I'm going to give you a way that I think is a lot less stressful and easier, because I get asked to speak a lot, and I never actually go out and seek speaking work. So it's something I don't like to do, and I don't think I'm alone in that. So almost all of the speaking I do is as a result of partnering with people. And I do most of my partnering via email. So I'll email for somebody else's freebie or somebody else's launch or somebody else's product or whatever it might be. And then if I do a good job, they'll email me back, and they'll email back for me, and so on like that. And we grow our business that way. I'm sure you've seen this. You've seen people emailing for other people. It's sometimes called affiliate marketing, freebie swaps, just partnering. There are a lot of different variations, and you can do it in a lot of different ways, of course. But when you do that and you create a relationship with a partner, you will get asked to speak, because that's one of the ways that people have to partner. So if that person has a podcast and you create a good relationship, that person will say, I'd like to ask you to speak on my podcast. And this is kind of what happens to me all the time. And another thing is, another common place to speak is on summits. And a third common place to speak, and I'm doing one today and I did one last week, is in private groups. And that's a very lucrative speaking gig, because these people have paid to be there usually. It's like a mastermind or group coaching program. And so they're committed to investing in their business, and they are more likely to invest in what you have to offer. Usually you can't do a hard sell, but you can either offer something for free, and then you have your autoresponders and your funnels and all of that. But I'm going to give you a tip to get at the end to get the most out of these speaking opportunities. So the first one is just to be a little more specific, to meet with partners regularly and get good results for them. So you need to hustle a little bit. You need to send out more emails than other people are sending, that kind of thing. And post more on social media than other people are posting. Find unique or unusual ways to get the word out, sometimes one-to-one, maybe something special for people or your customers, or that kind of thing, and just spreading the word for that person. And if that person has some kind of speaking opportunity, that person will let you know. So the other thing is that when you do speak, give incredible value, and you'll be noticed and asked to speak in other places. And this is especially true of summits, because what's happening is other speakers are hearing you, and people are seeing the comments that you've gotten, and so they're looking for good speakers. And of course, again, with a summit, you have to promote it. If you do well promoting it, they're definitely going to ask you next time, because unfortunately, I suppose, the main criteria they have is that the person can do a good job promoting the summit. Now, hopefully, it's also a criteria that you're a good speaker, that you give good value. And So, I am saying that when you give incredible value, you'll be asked to speak more, but also it goes back to your ability to get clicks for whatever you're promoting. Another little trick is to ask others to speak. Now, maybe you don't have a podcast. Maybe you don't have a group that you can invite speakers to. But you can just get on Zoom with this is what I do. You just get on Zoom with the person. You give the person some questions to ask in advance. Have a nice conversation that you record, and then you just put it on your blog, and then you promote that to your list. And they'll probably promote it too. You tell them when it goes live, because you usually have to edit it a little bit, so it takes a little bit of time. But anyway, asking other people to speak is one of the best ways to to get asked to speak. You can find people to ask on podcasts. The best way to get people to speak is people you're already partnering with. And so I guess I do have to emphasize that partnering is foundational for a profitable business. You can't really do it on your own. You can't get enough reach unless you wanted to pay for ads, and it can get very expensive that way. But you can get people to bring you lots of new subscribers and everything like that just by doing a freebie swap or promoting each other. And that's the way most of the very successful entrepreneurs do it. And I base my business around that kind of partnering. You don't have to work as hard. It's more fun. You're helping other people. You're helping your own subscribers by giving them resources that you can't give. So those are the main things, is to get good results for partners, give incredible value when you speak, and ask others to speak. And when you do that regularly, you will be asked to speak. Okay, the number one tip for getting the best results. So obviously you're going to usually offer a freebie or some other offer, whatever you've arranged with the host. But you need to add to that. So what you want to do is offer to engage with them in some way to help them a little further. So you might say, do you still have a question about email marketing? Well, if you post on Facebook a question and tag me, I will answer your question on Facebook, because you can find it because you've been tagged. Okay? So, or you can ask them to email you and say, if you email me, I'll give you a bonus resource, some extra little worksheet or thing over and above the freebie you're offering everybody, but they only get that if they email you and ask for it. You can, if your place you're speaking has a group. So I just did this. I spoke to a private coaching group, and they invited me into their private group to further the conversation and to help people create goals around email marketing. And so then you're in that group. It's not just that one speaking gig, but you're in that you're in that group now for a long period of time, and you can engage with them. And so you don't want to be outright selling, you want to be helping, but at some point people will say, can you help me? They'll ask, and then you can respond, and usually on a private basis. So again, just offer to add more value by following up with people, or give them a challenge and say, how can I connect with your people further to give them more support based on their individual needs. So just this what it is to engage with people, to offer to engage with people and offer them more support by answering their questions, or by that kind of thing, helping them out in some way. And people love it, of course. Obviously, you're giving them your time and your expertise, and your host will love it as well. Okay, so just to summarize, meet with partners regularly and get good results for them. Give incredible value when you speak. Ask others to speak, are those three big ways to be asked to speak. And the number one tip to get the best results is to go beyond just your offer, to engage with people in some way and help them out in the future, as whatever's coming up in the next 30 days or something like that, to offer to engage and help them. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.